Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the people, the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of the program we call Congratulatory. We are on YouTube and on Facebook so we can discuss issues them we get for do with the front page of the different newspaper then. And after which we can count the guests them outside they can help we follow we discuss the different issues them we done day na the front page of the different newspaper then. Well, inside the program we not waste any more time, but if you just join me, don't forget for like and share so other people then will benefit from waiting you already don't count for benefits inside the program this morning. So we go inside the file now and see what we get. The first paper we will look at this morning now the Standard Times newspaper. The Standard Times newspaper say anti-party activity. APC may expel Judas Iscariot. And then you get Canada traveling scam. CUNET staff detained. And then the next paper na the Africa 24 we say honest loyalty President Bio vex. Then he say court order orders Wiata Benedict wedding absolute and raped. The next paper na the Concord Times newspaper we say Supreme Court Charles Magai demand Chief Justice to accuse from panel. And you as well get telling people to move on without illness is like telling them to accept wrongful act. Professor Alhaji Umar Njai. And then you get Sierra Leone receives first malaria vaccine. And WIMSA call for 30% quota reflection in all sectors. Our newspaper say alarming increase in HIV and AIDS cases in Sierra Leone spark concern. Efforts to strengthen law officers department, library supported by international donation. 33 MPs, 33 MP, 19 33 APC, 19 SLPP, 4 NGC, 5 C4C MPs miss out on 6th Parliament. And you as well get Putloco set to receive state-of-the-art artificial turf stadium and Center for Memory honors Papare for his contribution to peace. C4D Media, President Bio to show underperformers the exit door and over cancellation of Harris Construction and Engineering Service contract. Finance Minister and PFMU in irregularity scandal. Kekewa has come home to roast its PR threshold of exclusion. And as well get independent observer Mohamed Bangra may not take seat in Parliament. High Court finds APC for non-appearance. ACC signed memorandum of understanding with the World Bank Group on integrity. AZ Media say President Bill Grace ECOWAS 63rd Heads of State session. And you as well get matter between PMDC and ECSL. Ruling withheld after the mandate Chief Justice withdrawal from panel. Attorney General Office received over 100 law books. And CUNET, prime suspect in police net. Arrested LEONE support police ECSL in conduct of multi-tier elections. The next paper inside the program this morning. Now, the Heroes newspaper, Happy Natal Day, publisher of the Heroes Media, and no subvention for IMC. Why? President Bio. And then you get inside the program as the 24th of June election results saga continue. The Sierra Leonean Bar Association, the Sierra Leone Bar Association reveals their findings. Was June 24th election credible? ECSL. Beyond Borders Africa, Beyond Borders say stock-taking exercise meeting with local council. VP Julia Jallo encourages CAS to improve on revenue mobilization. And you as well get plenty of other story there ready for you inside this particular edition of Beyond Borders. The ANALYSE newspaper say international disgrace and they are exposed ECSL again. And they are National Democratic Institute, and you get everyone is crying out for peace, but no one is crying out for social justice. Voice of Salone, the next paper, we say in order to ease the political temperature in the country, SLPP, APC in peace talks. In Waterloo, 4 notorious drug dealers arrested. NDI support PRVT methodology used in Sierra Leone in making the Samuel Kamara breaks silence. Salon Compass, and the next paper we say geopolitical suicide. SLPP declares war on the West. NDI backs new PRVT methodology. The Times says State House leaks. Bills pays thousands of dollars to get congratulatory messages. Lunge Bridge director orders sack at State House. Yasuege procurement scam. Finance and education ministers exposed. President Bio challenges US, EU, and international community. The Calabash newspaper and the next paper. We see information minister urge APC to reverse boycott of state governance for effective democracy. And you as well get Pavi Fort propel President Bio's rural development agenda to unprecedented heights. Political analyst Tony Konumani calls for urgent reformation within the APC party. IMC extol journalists for exceptional coverage and reporting on June 24th, 2023 elections. Sky Times, the next paper, we say, as attempts to deprive construction and engineering company backfires, MBSS and finance minister implicated in court procurement practice. KKY falls from grace. And then you get Honorable Givao, suitability for Deputy Speaker of Parliament position. ONS boss exhibits professionalism in June 24th elections. IMC elections observation report extol performance of journalists. The next paper on the Night Watch, we say victory without celebration. Senior SLPP politicians blame Mohamed Kone. Bills win a statistical auditing international observers. And the open space, and the next paper we say exposed how commercial banks rip off governments. And you as well get as a outline President view achievement information minister urged citizens to embrace peace and for informal sector workers with expectantly for scheme. This now all of the people we get for inside the program this morning. No, just take a very short break and then come in again with the guest then.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had Anyway, before I go to the wahala na we are, let's just go to the kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call colors, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube, who we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had. Plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala na we are, let's just go to the kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call colors, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube, who we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had. Plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala na we are, let's just go to the kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call colors, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube, who we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Welcome back. You still the watch Colors on we are on YouTube and on Facebook. And of course, you know the different story there. We get two people already joining inside the program. First, we don't get Alphonsus Bani, we now the demand for the Human Rights Defenders Network, and as well we they expect to get the managing editor of Africa 24 newspaper when Ibrahim Karim Bangura, where they can call Tanko. You know, inside the program for we discuss issues them where you don't come from the front page. And then we straight over the go, you know, to the different people then, and let me start forget the take of we guest inside the program this morning. You know, and we see inside the program, you know, somebody we actually they talk about waiting they expect of the government. Sorry about that. What do they expect of the government right now? Okay, let me start with the first paper, when at the Calabash newspaper. The Calabash newspaper, we get this banner headline. Basically, they talk about the boycott of info. As the information minister, they urge APC for the reverse boycott of the state of all state governance. For what he referred to as effective democracy. Mr. Bani, the opposition APC party, the plan for boycott the opening of parliament and all of the governance, then plan not for take part in any governance, thing where they happen inside the country. We're waiting that you take. Now the Minister of Information, they call for let them know boycott for the sake of, effective, democracy.
Well, thank you for where you get me. Probably, look at them from the angle of the minister. That now a government position and now then contest basically SLP APC. So they're getting where they look at things. For me, from the human rights angle, in the first place, I therefore suggest to the opposition, All People's Congress Party, we therefore take a look at we national pledge. We national pledge for take precedence over any other thing in this country.
Okay.
If we take a national pledge, we translate that into concrete actions. We not they put we self or the party beyond country. If we take the first line of the national anthem, we know they take a party or we self above the country. And so I just want to remind all political parties, and particularly All People's Congress Party, what they suggest for boycott, that you can see be part of the process. You can still go to parliament. You can still release your members when they don't elect, when people don't elect for go now the councils. Why they still contest and express your concern or your dissatisfaction on issues the way you believe say they not go right during the elections. If you don't contest, you genuinely go contest. You allow your people for take that strain for go there almost whole day for make them vote your people in for a period. You totally disagree as a party because this is not the decision of the entire people who voted for the one the way for going to parliament and how you call them the local councils. This is a decision of the executive of the party. If the party goes down back together, they get a whole conference, I think there's going to be something different. So media encourage the All People's Congress Party in the interest of this country, putting saloon force than your party. You can go inside, you begin to argue, you begin to challenge, you begin to raise concern. While we as civil society still lay out there, they raise the voice, say, if this party don't raise this concern, government will not need for address this issue. And that is our role as civil society. We not just talk for and on behalf of political parties. But when parties raise their issues, government won't fail for do and respond to the needs of political parties. We also get for remind government of irresponsibility. And so we they encourage from the human rights defenders' perspective and from the human rights angle that if APC no go na parliament, no send the representative na the local councils, they don't disenfranchise the one that will go vote for them. And not only the one that will go vote for them, but even other political party people that will not vote for them, but within they don't either wait for control, wait for deliver service. So they violate the rights of those citizens for enjoy the services, the leadership of the All People Congress Party in the area where they don't vote them in for. So I think, say from the human perspective, the All People's Congress Party need for do a thorough reflection and put the country first, while they pursue their grievances, their anger in the appropriate channel. But let them not deny the citizens their rights for the services we require of the All People's Congress Party, either in parliament or at the local councils.
I love the angle or the thing where you open the program with your statement. Say people for look at two different things then. The national pledge, the national anthem. So the question I ask you, from waiting with the see the activity of politicians, they the way our politicians they handle with national documents, for example, the constitution, how many of them, whether in opposition, whether in government, we actually put the country first?
They none. I dey tell you outrightly. APC, SLPP, they none, not they put the country first.
And so if you don't be like that, they mean say we then waiting and call Moki Dunia or waiting and go say animal farm. You know, where all man just they do waiting one for do where they suit your own comfort. So if that be the case, this then feel saying that the right way, this where they for only stand where they go hear them, because for several times they know they ask for several things, and even before the election they not ask for different things, and when they concern them, none of them they not grant. So if then go back and say, okay, let me be part of the system, and then we they ask for concern, none of them, whose possibility for saying go address and concern from the human rights point of view.
Excuse me, but let's go back into context. We'll begin look at first the constitution.
Yeah.
And now that premises have been laid, and you ask for the two political parties.
Mm-hmm.
So before we go into this, we understand ourselves first on the issue of the constitution.
Okay.
On the issue of the constitution, the former government, when the All People's Congress Party, under the leadership of Dr. Ernest Bai Kromah, His Excellency, the former President, Dr. Ernest Bai Kromah, they go all out for set up an 80-man committee for review the constitution. Wait till we now be a landmark approach that one day, where is set up. And that committee, they go all out the length and breadth of this country. They risk their life. They do everything for make them get the views and aspirations of every Sierra Leonean in this country. They come out with a report. That report, nothing for reflects with constitution of this country. Where any party where they in power, the best it can do, if it's genuine to this country, is serve this country, they let this country, they take the national anthem and the national flag as the parameter for this country. No party know the way they can, when they kick out that recommendation, when the Justice Cowan committee they don't put. All what them for do, they take all things and put them at the constitution. But what will be see? The same party will be set up that committee. Instead, they just cherry pick, almost neglect almost all the recommendations. Then decide say the constitution is not for Sierra Leone, it's for APC. Then come on the power. SLPP can. And SLPP in opposition. They were crying, they said, no, if I go kind of power, all the recommendations of the chair of the Constitutional Review Committee, we will take it and we push forward and make sure they will review this constitution. And everybody buying that idea, a number of people. That many people that they vote out APC. They voted in SLPP. SLPP come into power. Then try a little bit. Then take some part of the recommendations and they equally then cherry pick and left other one there. So which means, because then two political parties here, now the oldest party that since after colonial period, and Salon are the only country in Africa where they see maintain political parties then since colonial period. Now that one I don't take they say we now be full people then, APC and SLPP. They not get one respect for the people of this country because they take the people of this country for granted. If the people of this country don't give them voice to a constitutional review, they don't put on the palm. I don't see any reason why APC and SLPP for can't cherry pick. Watching the people that don't say, now this will want our constitution. And so these two political parties don't hold this country to ransom. When this one day in opposition, when this one day in power, they do what they fit them.
Okay. So now we agree we agree. We said now one person we always don't the point finger upon the last president say that had been one of the biggest mistake we ever make. But now we stand in that, even if it not do anything, let's say it don't waste money, but we still get a constitution, we're not the 1991 constitution. We mean say everybody's supposed to respect what's in the inside document, as long as we not change them yet.
Please, I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to go too much onto that 1991 constitution. In fact, the crisis what they experience right now because of the 1991 constitution. The 1991 constitution is so vague and give excessive powers to the president. And so don't rely on the 1991. If we want rely on democratic principles and a progressive constitution for this country, we foresee a thorough reflection of the Justice Cowan recommendation in the constitution of this country. We go make this country. We get checks and balances.
So then say you didn't make use of what you get until you get what you want.
Yeah, what you get now? They make use of so now what they see. Now they make use of so now when
but in as much as the president gets that kind of power, that kind of big power, and now they make use of, but we all know says one way or the other, some amount of flouting in that, then they go against some parts of the constitution.
Tell me the flouts, because the same constitution will give the man the excessive power. Now they use. I could remember some time ago when President Nkrumah be in power, we'll be the meeting for discuss critical issues of this country, and we'll be take one particular aspect, one issue we'll be discuss with them on the release of Adamu Uze when they be arrested from Kono. What they discuss, what did the president tell me and Nkrumah at that time? He said, "Look, gentlemen," he said, "I not even use 1/10 of the powers of the constitution vested in me." He said, "I not even use it. If I don't use it no more, what if happen?" And so they tell you, say, even the document what they refer to as the legal basis of existence, if we not really genuine to we serve in this country, we always there at the hands of politicians, at the hands of the executive. They can do anything what they feel for do. So if we really serious and genuine to this country, we all get for galvanize against the APC and SNP for say we want the Justice Kawan recommendation for reflect into the constitution. Then we can begin start and discuss and hold them accountable. But brother, anyhow we talk now, the whole thing boil on the lacunas, the lapses, the vague aspect of the 1991 constitution. We don't lead me to all this kind of mess what they pass today. What still the thing say I think we call ourselves democracy, but like an autocratic democracy.
At some point, at some extent, I agree with you. Because of the too much power. But again, in as much as the constitution gives that kind of big power to the president, but if you get somebody where really, like you say, pledge in love and loyalty to the country, some of them powers that they need use them. Anyway, we move. If that's not the case, we move. We go to the next paper inside the program in a very big problem. That is why I always get issue with Anis Baikumo on that area. For that constitution day, because we spend a lot of time, working as a media for tongue to tongue, district to district for make sure so we review that thing there. But it's unfortunate that it end this kind of way. So we go to the next paper, where now the Concord Times newspaper. This one again very much important, this particular issue. This one get for do it reconciliation after election. It say telling people to move on without healing is like telling them to accept wrongful acts. But let's go forward again and look at another thing where basically he speak to this particular issue, proper one, not just left and out. So basically they try to say, okay, when they say let people go ahead with the election results and forget about what everything will happen, but when are not able to see how best they bring people together, then a very, very big problem. So for the kind of thing where it happens so right now, what do you make up of the whole situation right now in terms of reconciliation?
On this same medium, I've been trying to tell you about how we move forward, the way forward after elections. And I've been telling you the way forward after elections. ECSL, a message where they give to the people of this country, they help the healing process, either at political party level or at the level of the voters. You hear me? A message, therefore, make sure they be part of the healing. And the other side is the political party. The ruling party now, we don't win. How is they conducting itself and how is they relating itself to the people of this country? They suggest it. They get healing. And as I talked to few days ago, we just come out Kailam. And as we talk, there are still people in Kailam who are APC supporters, not still return at their communities because of the fear of intimidation and attacks. That's not show a sign of healing process. If the party don't win, the SFPP get a responsibility on the executive for telling people that say, may not intimidate any other person. What we need for do now is national cohesion, for live together and move toward with development initiative. We dey in Kailam, we dey there, we meet with the police, we meet with a number of stakeholders, including the victims. We just come out because we want to make sure say by the time we prepare with election reports, we know they talk say this and hearsay. We corroborate and we verify the information. There are still people, in fact, there are some communities in Kailam, the chiefs they don't levy fines for people that will be done on the way they will say like I see they want to give a day. That we don't go in for pay 2 million, we come back based on how our family did. That's why they pay. That is wrong. That is not part of the healing process. And I say this because probably the SFPP-led government will also listen to this medium. So they need to reach out to the membership for tell us, say, this what I do is not correct. Election don't done. two families, one family of the same Gobe family, you get one party, one group holding an SLPP, one group holding an APC, of the same family. Then they attack them. Who terrorize? That not for happen. The party gets a responsibility for talk to in people and say, this is the time we need for embrace. Families don't know for be divided based on political party issues. Everybody get the right for belong to any. And so belonging to APC, not to a death warrant. You don't sign a death warrant. You don't sign a warrant of exclusion like this country. You're supposed to participate because APC is a registered party in this country and a recognized party in this country, and it's supposed to exist, and people are supposed to participate in governance system. And so therefore stop for terrorize people. And so if we try to talk about peace and national cohesion, and they always talk say the president began set up the Commission for Peace and National Cohesion. And one interesting thing where the SLPP they always fail for realize, their slogan are one of the key elements where they so for use for follow. They say one country, one people. If SLPP really believe on their slogan, and not say they use, we do not for follow and embrace the opposition for make them move forward as a one family. Because the slogan say one country, one people. So which means whether you belong to APC, you belong to NGC, you belong to C4C, you belong to ADP or any other party, we now one great Sierra Leone and we now one nation. So we need to see the SLPP-led government as a party, not first as a government. As a party, then someone will come out with a statement, someone will reach out to the opposition and all other political parties for heal this country as a party, not as a government. I'm now referring to the SLPP as an institution, a political party institution. I'm not talking about the government. And so then get your role for play as a party, as an institution for reach out.
So look at this thing, please. John, look at this thing. Now we talk about the party, SLPP, and not to the government. Yeah. But let's bring this thing to you. And I'm pretty sure, well, I'm not going for a conclusion if you don't see or not. We watch Usai, the president, they meet with people in the State House, and he counts the SLPP chairman, where they represent the SLPP, and INSSF, they represent the government when are the administrative head or political head. So look at what happened. Right in front of the president, the SLPP chairman, they make some kind of statements then, we're not good for peace at all. And he go on and say, whatever he say, in the first disciple of the president, we mean say, anything he say, it speak the mind of him boss. So if you there in a state function, as a politician, you want for bring peace, but at the same time, you dey put word and leg, we dey put things in place, we go make them, they are not ever kind of power. Elect na Christman or dog, now we put, it go win against the other hand. And that one they are not good for the country, and they not go ever see lights na this. So, but you at the same time, the call say, let we come together and work. How that they go bring can peace when all of the statements are from this house or the state house, when everybody they look forward to forget real message of peace. How if I work with take a statement in
there? You see, the statement will be so unfortunate and misleading. And you see somebody you don't when they get power, probably we know they even envisage or think say if I don't win or we don't win over over anxiety, over you say they lead you to the car we say I'm really surprised at bullets. Or in common name Aka Bullet or whatever Prince Hadi. Prince Hadi, these are the old people of this country who think say they're for set examples. Prince Hadi not to a young boy again where they behave like hooligans, where they behave like a rebel, where they behave like a somebody who not even sabi A and B, where they behave like a ghetto, and even some ghetto boys are now. They respect that the SLPP chairman with Prince Hadi, and also any amount of dignity and respect for even assume that kind of position, because that kind of position we hold now a position of trust, now enhancing the cohesiveness of people in this country. So if they alter that kind of statement, now the seat of presidency, now the heart of this country, it's misleading, it's unfortunate. The president, the political party, the party itself, owe an apology to the people of this country. And at that time for talk say, then for reach out, apologize, build confidence, build trust, and exchange more information with other political parties and the people of this country. Then owe an apology. It's not necessarily say because you don't win. It will say as long as APC register as a party, then get the rights for contest every single election. They get the right for be voted in or be voted out.
Okay, so look at this again. Still, what if we could spend a lot of time on this particular issue because it's very much important for the country, because any outside peace not just development not happen. Like waiting you do. For make the development happen. Number one, the one that's the way we refer to as investors, them afraid for Canada country because they face stability, no day. So this one again, this same person where I start with say, everyone is crying out for peace, but no one is crying out for social justice. What do you make up of this?
Yes, it is true that everyone they cry for peace, but nobody they cry for social justice. Indeed, people are crying for social justice. When I talk about peace, it don't necessarily mean say peace. Now for just kind of people that guys done together. Justice is part of peace. Social justice is part of peace. In the process of making sure that people enjoy themselves, they live together, now where they ensure say their rights and the dignity are being restored. Then stop for violate other people's rights. Now at the essence of peace don't necessarily mean say and that man she don't quiet, this one says she don't quiet. Nah, peace. No. When you look at peace, now a holistic approach of addressing justice, where they make that person feel satisfied. Because the moment you feel satisfied, there is peace. But when you don't feel satisfied, there's not about peace. So satisfaction there in the sense could be, we say that man they live amicably with his brother, they don't address the issue where they go beat, like let's take the issue of Kailam, the Gobe family. The Gobe family will get peace from the opposition side. If the one way from the SLPP side don't go say, brother, that's what I be doing. Sorry, I'm not going to do it again. And I wrong you, but please forgive me. That's the essence of peace. Already, justice not already there because you don't acknowledge your faults, you don't acknowledge your failures, you don't acknowledge the thing we don't do. And so, why people they cry for peace, not necessarily mean people are not crying for social justice. But when they cry for peace, you are implicitly, you are simply suggesting that you will only get peace when there is justice. And so justice, they go along the process. So it's a process. So that not necessarily means when people they cry now for peace, that people they totally ignore justice. No. Now justice, they make sure say peace they together. Whether it is retributive or punitive justice. It can go through the court, or they can say, this one we forgive and not forget, but these are all just like how we get with justice mechanism in this country after the war. We'll get the special court, we'll get the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. So that's it. Now that kind of approach they use for even get peace
in the country. Okay, that's very much good. All right, continue for the week. In name na Alphonsus Bani, na the man, executive director secretary for Human Rights Defenders Network. Well, we tell you say we actually get another person where they join inside the program. The managing editor for Africa 24 newspaper. His name na Ibrahim Karim Bangura, but people can call him Tanko. So he don't join me inside the program this morning for the very first time. Tanko, welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning, listeners. Good morning, viewers. Once more, my name na Ibrahim Karim Bangura, Tanko, African 24 newspaper, Freetown, Sierra Leone.
We actually done discuss several issues then we get for do with the country after election, waiting next. A lot of people they say this government not win the election. A lot of people they say they win the election. So but all that boils down to one thing now. After the election, waiting next. Peace and reconciliation, how for bring the people together. But we see political statements then, for example, the one them where ECSL don't declare as the winner, the SLPP chairman, the president, right in front of the president at State House, they talk about waiting them plan for do against the opposition. How for make the opposition no ever come na power, then they put things in place for them no ever come na power. Elect na Christmas then put that Christmas they go win, and all of them things. And there's some divisive words them they way not good for peace and reconciliation. At this particular point where the president they call say let people then come together and work. So in general, what do you make up of this as a journalist?
Well, in the first place, the elections, thank God, we follow on to from the starting on to the ending, where they announce that the incumbent win. Wherein there are a lot of issues surrounding about transparency, accountability, wherein the International Committee by the raise series of issues, and also what we discover as journalism, within ECSL they discuss not when they happen at the ground. For example, they tell you say everybody will be registered, everybody will get voter ID, some man get voter card, they go to the polling center and then they will get access for register. That automatically they debar the man not for exercising your right. That alone don't come with a suspicion. See, there is a mindset from the ECSL. So that make a very big doubt in the International Committee and even local observers. And to some of regional journalists, there will be the follow-up things that are on the ground. So and whenever you address peace, therefore know the root causes, how it come about, what creates this conflict. Maybe say they just say peace, 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 peace. Issues that will make peace. Would they expect much from President Bill, because we understand say in background of education is about peace. But to know they see peace in this case, and you're the pronouncer. Because if you take the opposition as a threat, automatically we the under now they suffer. The opposition for be a collabo to young administration. But on the onset 2018 we come, yes, fighting corruption is good, but we take it as a target problem. So now coming to a question clear, waiting at the way forward and also waiting at this future. What was where the government for do? The government, everything so far, they for try for no CS. They accept for there is a problem between we and the opposition. We will address. Wherein we have for try for address for which are the problem. The problem here is one, we have for take and see the opposition as a threat. If you go then kind of statement and say, well, the APC no even kind of power, that's a sad statement. Because now, APC is the biggest opposition party in Sierra Leone and even West Africa. So then they don't speak a dictatorship regime, wherein you will become a big man rule. Now call a big man rule, where you no one see opposition. And they happen in Africa because they see dictator. Just imagine, even Congo. That Congo, DR Congo, if I don't say, in Peking say they go for third term. Would they see even Senegal, Macky Sall, they don't try for, they don't begin rig the election. So this now is spill over they see in Africa. Wherein where they see African leaders they become democratic dictatorship. So this is the problem right now they face in Africa.
Okay.
And they come in the form of democracy, but they get dictatorship in them. And dictatorship they work in leadership. Now collaboration and inclusiveness then will make things work in democracy. So that
but
the
this
main
government
important thing.
will say they're very much inclusive. They get a lot of people from all over the country. In fact, recently they don't get Alpha Khan, they don't get former vice president and other people that will come out from the APC, Mojo Kai, we don't can join them. So of course, the inclusiveness is.
Well, to them you go say the inclusiveness, but what about the executive of the opposition? When then they determine the fate of the party. Those guys will go in Africa way. The current executive not recognize them and say then a member of that party. Now Alpha Khan don't left the party, officially write a letter, so don't left the party. So in this case, they not consider again as a member of that party. The Moja Kaka they all don't go. Right. They not consider again as member of that party.
Okay.
So four don't go. They not consider them. So with this new act, with this new administration they get, they find out say man they don't go because they get their own constitution. So take one ABC, then they inside the system of the party, you put that there, it shows this inclusiveness reserve for do. So pronouncing peace no makes sense. Therefore know the root causes of the peace.
All right. So let's look at this your own paper safe. Because we try for rush up the time now. Your own paper where you publish when Africa 24 and you publish on today, you get a lot of banner headline them. Honest loyalty, you get President Biovex. I want to talk about this one. President Bill Vex? What exactly the time for talk about? Is it the issue of the statement against the international community?
Well, in this case, in believe say, Ernest Kumar still loyal to his party, and this will become an issue from the onset where SLP government got power. They say they expect Ernest Kumar for back out. May not partake again in anything concerning APC. May do like Sulubi and do. But these are two different things. Ernest Kumar is still a paid up member like the APC, though he don't resign from an executive level. So you're not going to say what they operate na your us, now for operate na your us. Now two different things. So now this they among the SLPP. They say Ernest Kumar for pull and feel. May not get nothing for do with APC again. And it's bad. So if you they take and say because of me, then Bakaba, then Sulubi, then begin at the SLPP, then when they lost, then go automatically. They for do the same thing like Ernest Kumar. That too, that Motaman they gonna get different culture, different approach, different attitude. The man is still loyal to his own party. In take and say the time when they be there, when the party be die, they all made the party come back to life.
Okay. So what about this headline where say President Bill Vex? Waiting exactly because you see they talk about the European Union and other things then.
Why go vex? Because from the campaign self, we see the threatening words against that man. They for say the man they reduce to level. And they should say vex.
Waiting at the ask. Now this other headline inside your paper where you say President Bill Vex. Basically inside your paper you try for talk about the European Union and the election.
Yes, because of one, you say, and they found out say much was expected from Ernest Kumar. We are in at least for support, say yes, maybe win the election. So because the European Union now they say, well, this election not credible.
Okay.
And they go for consult. They go for consult the one day Ernest Kumar, they go for consult and a stakeholder internationally with observe elections. So if it's until happen, the Bio regime could expect Ernest Kumar for the council for say this thing, bygone be bygone. So he must vex. So the European Union don't say this thing not credible. Qatar center say not credible. If he knew the text, this thing not credible. Yes, this thing, beaucoup publication don't come. Say the thing not credible. We self that the ground don't come. See the thing not credible. But the problem we get in this country right now, the civil society they wait for come for talk the truth for save people in Asialu. They need one. Instead, then they begin to follow up. They say they compensate. We don't know what really happen at the country because civil society journalists they say the facts. Say it out and maybe do say that this thing they happen, but you know they happen. So if you say that man vex, now those are the issues we may see the man vex.
Okay, so the good thing now we get somebody also where in a civil society somebody where maybe get different view on that particular issue there. But I put the question to them. Alphonsus Bani, when they listen now to Tanko from Africa 24, they say, una the civil society get the responsibility for say waiting at the real thing about all of this election we don't happen. But una the try for play safe, una the try for send Watana doxing back and all of them things in there. What do you make up of that?
I never understand what in the try for talk about civil society, the flame. I never understand because a number of different civil society then observe the election, then come out to some statements, including new, although we all get some concerns. But before they go into that issue, for talk on that a little bit, let's just make small quick reference to the issue we asked about the loyalty of President Dr. Ernest Bai Krumah. I believe say right now, Dr. Ernest Bai Krumah, we won't former president of this country. Now a statesman, and in the position of a statesman, you just like we get you know Kumbra or Twin Money, we get picking them, they suck them, so you don't get for align self to any other thing again. As a statesman from that office of the president, when at the highest position, you don't get any active role again in political party. You roll now for ensure your country how it will move forward.
So let's ask you this question before you
in the development field.
Let's just ask
Not
you
to
this
for
question
being
quickly.
at the camp.
Yeah,
not to
please,
for
let's
being
just ask you this
active.
question. Let you know go on without not clear. Now, and as by command statesman, and you'd expect her not to be very much active in politics and for always
Of course.
and for two people. Then. So the statesman and the president, who's one for be more, focused.
I don't even understand the question. Well,
so now, Anes by command statesman, and you'd expect her for OP and for all two. So the question is, if Anes by command for OP and for APC and SLPP, what do you expect of Marabio? For do the same, right?
No, as president, when you, as long as you did in power, you always get liability to your party. The day when Marabio come on a party, Marabio begin to talk and execute and try to become more active in the SLPP. When they tell us it's not correct, it's supposed to pull down from SLPP. They can. No, confused.
Yeah, I know.
Confused.
But we get
Not confuse the context. Excuse me, sir.
We get
not confuse the context. The context is this man is still an active party member.
Okay.
Because the party he used for become the president. So he's still an active party member of a political party, though in the government.
Okay.
Let's look at this legal aspect. And not look at them from the political perspective. Now, still active party member, and then party put on a power. When you left that office of the presidency, you don't become a statesman. You don't become the people's man, not a party man again. Because you don't get no other function where they use again in the party.
Okay.
Other than the party, sometimes they will go to you for tell you do or you advise and this and that. But you have nothing to do an active role in your political party. No way, my brother. Now they make this country go before, so that when you left as a president, everybody, whether from APC and SLPP, all man get for due that respect, all man get for say you are projecting this country. You are no longer focusing as a party on party issues. You are focused now in this country. So anybody can call you, anybody can reach out to you, whether na SLPP, APC, PMDC, or NDC, because you are not a statesman, you are not representing your political party, and you don't leave the office. And at the highest position, come on, they go become general. It's possible. Right. And so now that make the talk say when you left the presidency, you automatically left active involvement in party politics.
So this now waiting will they expect or now waiting the law say?
Well, it is not what the law say. It is what in decent democracies then they establish. They talk about best practice. Now, when they talk about best practice, you don't begin to. I don't begin make mention about Congo. Excuse me, sir. You don't begin mention about Congo when it's time for Blinken dictatorship. You don't begin to talk about Senegal, Macky Sall continue for day. Why would they talk about say democracy? We don't come on a power. No, continue for create opportunity for hold on to power. These are best practices.
So, but we see, for example, the South side and the practice democracy, like plenty people will say more than any side America. In the former President Barack Obama, they take phone, they call people on behalf of a party. And then they call for the one whole country, for a party, for campaign for a party.
Barack Obama, they campaign for a party?
Yes. They take phone call people for campaign for a party before Biden will become the president.
That American say why use American democracy?
No, what do you say? You say in any Mr. Bani, let's just ask you a question. You say in any decent democracy.
We need to go attack state house. That's a good sign of democracy. If you are talking about current day democracy in America, it's nothing to write home about, my brother.
Okay.
Current day democracy in America is nothing about democracy. It's nothing. Where the systems are so corrupt, the systems have been misused by presidents and former presidents. But let us be real. Not be real. And no time for Blinken signing things out. Barack Obama do who say for go do it wrong.
Okay.
Some of you get high respect for Ernest like Obama. I will not be to time. And several times, and at any point in time, and they always make sure say we get high respect for him. And people need to acknowledge that and recognize that. That is not as a political party. He has a role to play in this country, not as a political party, but as a former president of this country, not in the name of APC.
All right. So, thank you.
I want to be blunt and very blunt with that.
Yes, sir.
What do you take?
Well, in the first place, Ernest Koma in no campaign safe. Or Barack Obama in campaigns America. Now only one state in no campaign for Joe Biden.
Exactly.
I don't tell you for say when they compare with Now they copy. Now from there we copy democracy. The problem when the civil society get in this country, civil society there, the days of Akaba, they were so active critiquing government, and as command days they critique government, but they see Mother Bio this in time. Civil society they take jobs. Now Sierra Leone. So what do you expect? Say an Escoma, now active member of APC, not to the issue. The issue is we lack leadership in this country for now. When they make people all unite. From the statement of the campaign, it don't show clearly a divide. We get a deep divided country. The civil society that contributes a lot. And as command an active member in APC, not to the issue. That man an ex-co member. That man an ex-co, he don't left everything give the party executive and go elect on February. Not on the issue. Now the civil society they're waiting at this country.
But according to Bani,
yeah.
Anes support for open hand for everybody and become this kind of big man where everybody they look up to. And not for just concern about in party as you put a loyalty. But Marabio, in party put and day, so of course you expect them for do things alongside with in party. In as much as in the president.
Solobi, all say die. If they go active SAP member them programs say he die. If be there they go he be aspire as flag bearer. One thing about this country, you more come up plain and talk the truth. That man there, the same way and Escobar be there, they not be going on convention. So would that be the leader? And Escobar was the leader. The convention don't pull her out for saying not to active member again at APC. I was there when they say the man don't say bye-bye to the party. But the problem here is they get a fixed mentality, say, and Escobar still like a active, not even a NAC member again at APC. Not even an executive member at APC. Not an ordinary member at the party. And not get no decision they make it. So now this is for clear force. The NAC membership Escobar did again. And not to executive member.
I hope so this expression you make a clear by the
so
party
please,
by the publication.
The executive and they run the party. So then
Okay.
once the
So,
I hope so you make a clear by the publication you talk to others by command loyalty to in party. I hope so this differentiation you make.
Okay.
It is clear in your publication.
Tanko.
Then they take job.
Tanko.
When they take job, then they will talk the better.
You cannot just talk because you have to talk.
They take
Tanko.
job inside government. When they say, I mean, they get sponsorship again from international. I don't know them.
Tanko, you get
And
me?
they tell you. Yes, sir.
Yes, Bani say, I hope you make this very clear in the new publication. Say, and it's by command an ordinary member of him party, and then they take decision again.
What you will know is for what you come from the convention. And Escoma is no more an executive member and an APC, not to even an NAC member.
All right.
Now
take on a quickly.
May concern with the headline where it put in paper. The headline where put in paper. You talk about loyalty, right?
One thing, but loyalty. I can be ordinary member, but we are loyal to the party. Not to executive member. The man take decision.
Loyalty. If you go beyond loyalty, which means you are active, everything about the party, you have become part of it, my brother. We not to begin again. We not to talk about it. Please, just talk what you have to talk, but not talk something what different from what you put on paper.
Mr. Banile.
That's not correct, sir. That is misleading. You blame civil society. You forget about blaming yourself. Even with the publication, it's not correct.
Okay, all right.
Even with the
Let's
publication, not
just
correct.
done with him point. Go ahead, Tanko.
The civil society therefore come out play for tell the government say try for unite this country. Try for come when they say the government they gonna put local for unite Mendeo, Timineo, Limbao for come together. The message, the peace message for day. If they see an executive member of the SAP, they tell you say SAP APC make kind of power again. From the executive member, they see even the president in campaign. Those are bad words. They're not good for this country. We need peace message. The civil society will preach this peace message.
Right.
Go focus on Anescoma. That is of no use.
So let just get.
Anescoma member. It don't make no sense.
Let's get Bani for come and take on that one day, and then we go take the last issue. Yes, Bani, waiting at you.
Unfortunate because watching the man they talk to, I mean, not going to repeat again because you for tell now say if you watch the last talk to now I have based my premises, and we own civil society, and me I they talk about me, and I will vote for that. There is no government don't they where they come, where don't go, where they compromise me own position.
Okay.
And there is no government where they pay for talk to. So I will make it very clear.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't make it very clear. We position don't make it very clear that the ruling party gets a role, a responsibility for play, and we make it very clear. And we also make it very clear that we former president Dr. Anel could not get a responsibility to the people of this country, not to a political party. And I make it very clear, and they say with all sincerity, and they say without reservation.
Okay.
From anybody, he gets a role for play, and that make ABC done. They will be happy. In fact, for more left power, we are the first civil society institution we ever allowed for go meet and talk to them. If you not be know we own role, what will be the play? Enough for do them. And we get high respect for them.
All right.
And so I make another one day.
Okay.
And so what would they say is, SLPP get a role. They don't win election today. They get a responsibility. One, they get responsibility for unite this country, for go on national cohesion. Then get two, the second responsibility, which is another paramount responsibility for them, now for development, for ensure say people that enjoy their livelihoods in this country. Those are the three key issues of governance. But as government, you know the revenge. Now the people of this country get the mandate for revenge on the government. So SLPP not get no authority, no power for attack whosoever, including the opposition, for go attack them because you don't win. It's wrong, not a crime, and it's criminal. Therefore, hold them accountable.
So let's take the last issue for the program. Where when they look at this paper, when at the Times newspaper, the Times newspaper say State House leaks. BO pays thousands of dollars to get congratulatory messages. Let's start with you, Alphonsus. From where the president don't begin get engagement with people of different level. As a civil society, you don't ever be part of their engagement in it, because the last time civil society they meet with the president.
Yes, but me no understand say the I'm not aware of millions of dollars to civil society. Me they not pay me for make I go for go witness the civil society. In fact, I be do offline. At the kind and then tell me say they go there. So I just drive go there once and go join me colleagues. From there I just work out. Okay. So to me I know. I understand say I understand say they give transport to civil society. They will be even come offline. So transportation to me, no, they suggest say now bribe somebody for what he said, because if somebody come what he said, you can also provide transportation, and that doesn't happen from all other situations. Even we what they call civil society for common camp meetings, would they give them back their transport, accommodation, or whatsoever. So to me, I cannot subscribe whether I don't know whether the one they organize and they pay the money, but I'm not aware. Me no get any information where they suggest say then pay me organization for go attend that meeting.
Right. So and somebody in that particular civil society engagement they ask say the president for engage una and put una inside for giving a portfolio on civil society. In other words, some people people say.
I know I'll continue, Chef. I know I'll continue.
Why?
I know I'll continue.
Why?
Don't hold your breath. The reason is when me reach, if anybody when I can get time for ask other key people.
Okay.
The first you are reach, will ask whether they make statement on behalf of civil society. They say na so possible by one Kuruma. When I don't get a statement, we don't see what's in a statement. This and that. That the first way I chain up. That's what happened.
Okay.
So the money statement alone, in fact, it go beyond. If you uncalled for, it now represents the position of civil society to that extent we go. We civil society know they call for portfolio. We roll now for ensure and tell government say just give you space law operates. That is all our portfolio. All our portfolio want is allow we law operates in a free and uncontested space. That is the portfolio we want. So the man, by your individual, it go beyond what I think say supposed for talk, whether because of anxiety or whatsoever. But that particular statement talking about portfolio no represents the wider majority, and we all go under. This was outside probably waiting for go talk, my brother. So that makes another answer there continue.
So how comes he able for speak?
That was wrong. It was unfortunate. It was misleading.
How we do get a platform for able for speak on our behalf?
Well, we reach now. I tell you, we just can't patch inside. So we say then. But I remember I tell you, they ask you whether they talk. They say now so possible. Then they talk on behalf of civil society, and so that was all. But in civil society, you just have to move with solidarity. So I have no, and I'm not been getting any contention this and that. Now don't say the man not prepare himself. Now the term now for the way over cancel and for make statement any year. We are not really get time for engagement. But in the beginning, the statement was good, but the off track and the off script not represent the collective civil society body will be there under my brother. And so we not subscribe to that, and we not ever ask any political party or any government or give a portfolio to civil society. Okay. Individually, you want to go. But who civil society don't come out, don't join government. So that's any own business. But we don't want a portfolio.
All right, that's interesting. Okay, so like how it inside Tanko. Tanko, this is not the issue I will speak to. You know, they say State House leaks. In other words, something from State House leak. Say, Madabi will pay thousands of dollars for get congratulating messages. It not necessarily means that for the CSO, because I don't mean to CSO, religious leader, traditional empowerment chief, musician, and other people, you know, even, you know, people where they oversee, you know, they don't meet with them. So, yes, the diaspora. So, this, what do you take on this? Say, it pay thousands of dollars for them, people and come and congratulate them. But first of all, Alphonsus, before I can thank her beg, wait for me, I'll just ask Alphonsus this question. Alphonsus, now, I call na State House, say, una want to go congratulate the president?
Pardon?
Now, una call State House, say, una want to go and congratulate the president as civil society?
Yeah, of course, I get a call from the colleagues and say, they want to go congratulate, already booking. Now, make a tell you, say, they tell me, they call me, because they, you know, some of them what they do, they want some critical civil society health for day. They call me, say they don't book in, say they forgo give congratulatory messages. Really, me not mean see something about that. But when people don't call you and the day in the solidarity, and the guy respect for you, and so I just have to be part of the solidarity. But they've already engaged according to what they tell them. Don't get go so here. Let me ensure say I did it. Now I say okay, I did travel that day, they can. And I will just go there. Now from up there, just drive, go to State House, enjoy them.
Okay.
But the Alfonso Mali, this I think Abu Brahma, Moses Mambu, I was there. I think that they don't set down, they don't do all the engagement. So they just call me now. They ask who say are they offline, but are they can't return? And they say we'll get this meeting 2:30. So
president, that's okay. People that we call, so for example, Alfonso Manley. Moses Mambu, these people, even during the election, people in this will be constantly don't they criticize the opposition and they support the government. You are aware of that?
Aware of Moses Mambu, but yeah. I try to tell you that Alfonso Mali called me, and if you look at Alfonso Mali, I will try to tell you Alfonso Mali now one of the key people that will be even push for the more time campaign during the former president's situation.
Yes,
so if you see about the active SLPP, you will ask. So we don't know. Me when they call me, I didn't care for being part of the civil society solidarity. So I have to join them and go.
Okay. So Tankola put this to you, especially the last question we are asked. So now then people here civil society don't call, say they want to go tell thank you or congratulate the president, yeah? And amongst the people that we organize them, Alfonso Manley, where in the last government we push for the third term or more time because of waiting it be the benefit from. Because it gets a young organization, and now it benefits again under the Ministry of Education because of projects and way it get. Now it don't call again for let them go tell thank you to the president. This is not the kind of policy way we talk about. Moses Mambu, for example, for several times, consistently, it don't criticize the opposition, they praise the government, and they see how best it can able to analyze for let people vote. It call for the let them vote for this government. This is not another civil society we organize this whole forum for let them go tell thank you to the president. What do you make up of this?
Well, there come the integrity of the civil society that Salo gets right now. The integrity, it don't go low. Don't go low in a way that even Sierra Leoneans they not trust again. Just like what you explain. In the final say the civil society they always they propagate their message and they that liberalism. Then they go that direct because they never write projects again way they attract donor there. Because donor they don't know see they politically they inside the politics now. So what do you tell donor they will give money. As I tell you before, the days of Pakaba and Eskroma, we see active civil society they really talk about issues. Where they orientate people about good governance, about the whole government to accountable. But now, this from 2018 to date.
During Anes by Kuma, as well, you been get the one with the label.
Yes, now it starts. That the second phase of Anes Kuma, it starts now.
And the same person what they talk about, so Alfonso, in back now, will be one of the people them. Well, like, he always they outside him forget thing no more.
Yes, of course. That now so it don't be because I'm not gonna say that all, but 99.9% of the civil society in this country, they're not gonna trust. People are not trust again because of one. All the way to the highlight two. In summary, the integrity they are at stake. They're not able to attract any donor. We're able to show sales, then guy they are able to do better thing. So these are the things. So we don't need for labor on this. The civil society they don't disappoint Sierra Leoneans.
Okay, so what you take on this one now? We say Marabio them pay plenty money for let them go tell and thinking.
One thing, if they go school, he pass exam with intelligence, with everybody confirm. You don't see they call people. They call you and congratulate you. So if
but in this case, now the people according to State House, now the people call them say they want for can tell and thinking.
Well, the one that for expect for make the team fine, the observer then we come, they don't say, well, this team, congratulations, they come. Not a team they force possible, they see elections in the past, they see congratulations, not a chief of being force people.
But the international community, maybe you want to make reference to, President Bio don't first of all talk say we independent, so therefore allow we for do we own things on we own. We don't see inside the SFP people again don't even talk say that and then educational or waiting and dwarfs, educational dwarfs then academic dwarfs and the right word and so we as a country, we an independent country, whether they congratulate me or not, we for able for take care of we own problem. That's not exactly what Marabio say, and he get right to that.
Okay, now this is a sovereign state, you understand? But anything we want to do, this is a donor driven country.
Oh.
Anything we want to make road, they say donor no it. They say E no it. A no it. So just imagine you're independent, but you don't get nothing able. Your GDP is able to do nothing. Now with GDP they talk about 49.9%. What you able to do? What you they produce now? So one thing, if you want to be a dictator, make sure you get money, you get what team the people like, the world wants. Like if you don't say get oil, get something like Gaddafi, then you want to be dictator. Then get something where be say the world wants. Maybe say it's untouchable. But if you want to be dictator,
we get everything. We get all the minerals that are the world where they want.
We're not reflective to we the Sierra Leoneans. Not reflective. Look at Napo country, that's the second poorest country. This.
Okay.
Now we expect you to talk about. Not to forget talk about was say that part for go congratulate. These are the second poorest country in Africa. Make a research. We are in nothing for right home about.
Yeah, okay. So let's come to the end of the program now, yeah? Alfonso, waiting will be you final take in the program. Follow we end the program this morning.
Me final take that I encourage the All People's Congress Party in the interest of the country, and for the mere fact that then they exist because of Sierra Leone, and then they exist because of the people that will vote the one that way each year they don't announce we win for going inside parliament, but don't elect them for going to parliament and local council, and their interest in they encourage and appeal to the All People's Congress Party for make we all join hands for make this country go before. And as any other thing where they go on now, you can then you raise the issue. But me know they suggest an institution where they talk about a boycott. They serve well for the people of this country and for the one they don't entrust them vote to them for say that they can lead them communities where they find themselves in.
All right, thank you very much, Alfonso and Bani, for joining inside the program. And at the Edman for Human Rights Defenders Network. Thank you. Waiting will be your final take.
Yes.
Interestingly, I'll be asking you on the issue of the boycott. Where APC said they're not going to take part in any governance issue. And except if I miss some, but today I think in Parliament they foresee them on Wednesday and but they foresee them. Sorry, the 12th.
The 12th and get induction, the 13th, and then for go take oath.
Okay, so yes, Tanko, waiting will be your final take.
Well, we don't follow up the 5 years of President Bio. APC in a parliament, so they know they have parliament, so then they bulldoze or make laws the way they suit their comfort. we don't see her. They impeach 10 MPs then. Then bulldoze. All laws they don't go with them, bulldoze them, they happen. So APC watch and say, it's of no use for the parliament when they can state of the ABC. The election gets a serious fraud where people say they disagreed. So these are decisions from the party. So the SLPP don't fail from that side where they come in leadership. Then come all the laws the way they go to parliament. The city bouting they take place, then the first day it happen. So then man they go there. Any law where be say they go to and they bulldoze them for let the suit and comfort. So this night, all warning signs say there is a conflict where they go on be saying a psychological conflict. So we this night a real conflict be say with the film, but when they feel the nation for say this not good.
So
But
you
the
suggest
civil society
let
wants
APC
more.
not
They
go
never
to parliament.
come on board. They never come on board for tell the people and say waiting they go on at the country right and not fine because
You suggest let
they
the
always
opposition not
fight
go to
for the
parliament.
bread and butter. So in the final say even the laws say they good. However, the time for debater, then they tell you
Oh
say
my
now
God.
vote. Now vote and they vote at parliament. When you come and voting, they get the highest majority. All about parliament issue now voting. We now go on talk, debate, and vote. All the MP make us say
The question
So
where
APC not go to
Alphonsus,
parliament.
the question where Alphonsus be the time for ask you, you suggest let them not take part?
Well, now their own decision. They still say they take part to is of no use to them. Wherein the election get issues. Maybe
This
say
is
for rectify
unfortunate.
us. If they don't rectify go there, that mean we are comfortable.
Okay.
Then I
Alright.
mean say they need a goodie.
Thank
So this therefore come on board, but say more rectify waiting pass first.
Okay.
Waiting not happen. If they, all sides of the story, when I don't watch her, they agree, we not go do the needful. But they can force us say peace, and you are not peaceful. How you go preach peace? You are not peaceful, you preach peace.
Alright.
It don't make sense.
Thank you very much, Tanko, for when you joined me inside the program today. But let me talk about all of the issues there. So we don't come from the front page of the newspaper. They look forward for get another conversation with Una. In name na Ibrahim Karim Bangura, where we can call Tanko, and in the managing editor for Africa 24. Where join me inside the program today, and as well we get Alphonsus Bani way instead joining me at the program. Thank you very much for joining inside the program today, and we look forward for the continuously get engagement with Una. Today na Monday morning. Well, I don't know who's kind eat way una give me. Interestingly, I not be asked Ibrahim who's kind food who's kind colors you like, because this is a traditional question. At the time we call you late time, make I not ask you. The program na colors, who's kind colors you like for it? Who's sauce?
When I jollof rice, full rice, now
So na jollof you can give me so today.
Yes, sir.
Alright, thank you very much.
When
I get to myself a good day.
Thank you, my welcome.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so that's my Ibrahim and Alphonsus will join me inside the program. Follow we talk about the different issues them in the program today. Well, okay, so that's why you can sound like no more. Sometimes a lot of people can like the colors. Some people don't can like the colors. In fact, in the beginning, some people say na show binge. Well, I don't know. Ibrahim say na jollof rice na ingi. I don't know where to na eat from Ibrahim and where to na eat from Alphonsus. But notwithstanding, this is not the kind of program we will get today and a Monday morning. Thank you very much. And Mr. Sefwe still inside, so I sweat small. I don't know if the place over hot and the black way away, but I sweat small. So I want to tell you thank you. You don't like the colors na mix up so. I got it. Alright, so you will not like the program, it's 877 we still watch. We get 236 likes on YouTube. Please now for like for with the program. And on Facebook we get 451 right now with the watch with 319 likes. Please now like the program and share. You will not subscribe yet, please consider for do so before you go. We get 83,188. Please, if you not subscribe yet, please consider for do so before you go, okay? My name is Semepe, the Freedom Fighter. Until then, where we will get for meet back and net for discuss issues that we get for do with the country. One more time, God bless the country Israeli, where we are. Thanks to all. We don't like, share, you don't comment. We don't like, share, comment, and all. Yeah, so we appreciate you now. KK, I don't know if na me you ask you. Say when you come na Facebook on Facebook. I don't know. We there on Facebook now. We there on Facebook. We come the same time we come na YouTube. The same time, yeah, KK. At the same time, let me see. How many minutes now on Facebook? Yes, 119 minutes. Yes. Now the same thing. The same time I can on Facebook, now the same time I can on YouTube. In fact, today Facebook go before YouTube, yeah. So I know sometimes you not see and quick. But still, we appreciate you so much for wanna join inside the program. Until then, we'll get for meet again. My name is Semepe, the Freedom Fighter. God bless you. Country, and we call we are. Thanks to the producer for this program, when Ilya Sabah, we're done the organize in terms of guests and other things. And sometimes in the last time this, it's difficult to get guests. Sometimes they will not set for 2 guests, one turn up, the other not go turn up, not a weak fault. Yeah, you know they force somebody for camp. And sometimes the one we go come, now the one sometimes we will give control, we will give what in progress, but we'll still get for go on with the program. So now get for man and now just get for beer with we because sometimes some of the things we can happen they beyond we control. And sometimes the guest call it like where this one say get jollof rice we call it so today for cancer so but still other people can come together, some not can come at all. So at times it can be very difficult. So whatever the thing they happen, yeah, let we I don't know for put them to on the patient with the guest them at times and not easy for put together again, especially in the morning. A lot of people get for go fend them, especially when born meet them. So please we appreciate for play and with the call on for please be patient with regards guest them. And sometimes some people say, not call this guest now. No, we get for call guest. You will just get for cow time. Elect self sometimes they can irritating, but if I know you're everything other people they talk. Let we get this form, we create this form for let we get all views, except if the guest no one for cam, not the force am. But if it available for cam, then of course we get for bring them inside. Whether na APC, whether na SLPP, whether na pro-government, whether na anti-government, whether na anti-CSO, whether na pro-CSO, anti-journalist, pro-journalist, we just get for count anybody in voice. For at least let me discuss the issue. Salona we all know. Yeah, so we just get for discourse. Let's say what are they talking about him? But I just get for my country. Yeah, I don't pay me tax. I pay tax. Some of the tax, the tax what I pay. Some of the ministers that can always boast of this. Don't ever pay that kind of tax. Then when they talk about the deduction from the salary, the PAYE tax, because it depends on the salary they get. The salary they get to the dues they pay, and the numbers of years when me pay tax, and then when they give me bomber money, when they cut tax back. You know what I mean? So all of this, some ministers no one they pay tax. One day they not pay tax. So you see, PAYE, they not pay one day. So but in you way you go say the income tax, how much where you get as income where you pay back, all of them things and they. So we don't pay, we don't make it. So please let all views be added and let we try for encourage reserve. Because now only way we accommodate reserve we able forget the kind of country we want. Yeah. You not would say this the government not they encourage people for talk, then you self no one for listen to other people them. Because let we set example and say if we say the government don't encourage people for talk, we hear everybody, then we came for take action against the government. But if the government say I need listen to their set of people, yeah, then you back come and say I need listen to their set of people, then on all two are the same. The same commander in chief where the government be there, that the same one as FB. Sometimes they come back when they come and talk say, hey, this if that this for do to this, that this for this. And the same thing the government. But so it's bad. Now for you say the government not they listen to we. Then you self where other person come for talk, you self no one for listen, you now begin the course like common aya no area na like talk in the talk. Now the same thing like the government, the government they do. The only difference between you and the government, you know able for beat that person, you know for arrest them. The government going for arrest and beat. But the same thing. And we want for change that scenario they say when the government say people a voice not be heard, no, we for sure say people all voice matter and we for listen to everybody a voice. So now this kind of thing this way we talk about here. And the kind of thing this way we talk about in this case. So let's try for accommodate yourself, and let's try for accept yourself. Now only we accept yourself, then for do something. And one thing what we can always be clear about, and the things again for the make is very clear. In as much as we take views them from people, but in again for no say we not be able to take everybody in views. 83,000 na YouTube, over 75,000 na Facebook. We're not able to take all man in views. And at the same time, if we say all of what you want for we talk, now we talk, it's like we're not going to be independent. We're not going to take the kind of decision. And remember, before you love the program, before you come and join the program, we'll be not to take editorial values, and we get editorial values where we go with. Yeah, it not necessarily means that what you want, now we go with. No, but what we try for do now for satisfy you, but not to waiting Power say you want. Or waiting for talk or how for talk that style will go with no. Because the program get your style, the program get your format, the program get in your principle where they follow. So let we learn, let we just I'm not saying that's what it get for happen any other thing. Yeah. Because what we want for do, we know they are for belly you. We know they are for you make you waiting at the waiting you want for you. Rather, we want for give you waiting at the right thing. And that's we did for on this platform. That is why when you see with the car with the knock. Not to say that for you glad you. Now because now it happen. And if the thing when they happen, now in there now they go now will bring to you. And at that day you know they appreciate. So please let me try for know some of the things that we go about how we go about to program. Una try for understand with something in the some language we use, some words they would use. Una just feel say this now we put our format we get for go with them. Yeah, and we get certain things that you know we talk there. You know, and most of you don't follow for long. I know them things in there. So please, with the call on una for let una show constraint some more, I don't know how to put them. Let patient a bit and try for accept. I wanna be always do accept. I know say sometimes they because of the kind of issue where they be, una no want for hearing nothing, una no want for accept nothing. Pass what you want for hearing. And if we follow that one, they will mislead una. And for example, before the election, we don't tell us something. If we now watch what they happen right now, we go see all they happen. So now we always determine us, we not come for making you glad you. We not come for give what you want for you. We come for pass waiting at the right thing. And at the normal, in as much as what the position we will take, we be one for see a change. That's not the position. But not mean say even if we want to change, we not go bring other people in now. We bring them. We bring out Imran until Imran say they can because we always they look at what they do in the last 5 years. And they want follow look at what they want for do. We not for talk about what they outside and come out, but for talk about what they want for go. Now the term is stop for camp. So you see now at the front in the camp and sometimes they don't want for hearing voice, but it get happen. This is not platform for we all. For we all. If even anybody want for come, feel free for come. As long as you get waiting we want for discourse, you can come. As long as you day another side, will you come, we bring you come. Yeah. So please, now be patient with certain people and when they come to the platform. And let be civil in terms of the discussion. Because remember, we want to change the scenario, the story of the country. But if all the time we take matter in style, we don't want for you to posting, we don't want for you posting talk something, and he send police and go arrest them, then be send talks and go beat them, then we're not different from Madabe. Why would they criticize Madabe? Or why would we want for see Madabe? If we feel say what they do it wrong, then we not for do that wrong thing there. I know they say everybody not get right for criticize people. You get right for even criticize we guess them, but not say you no one for see them. And when you say no one for see them, now the way possible no get power they say. We always get power. I don't need for talks and no one for see. I just need for send people and for go for her. So please, now we see what best we can able do, yeah, and see how best we can able for move on. This is our country, and our own country is Sierra Leone. We love you all so much until we meet again on net. For say, gonna get to yourself a good day.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup